We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an added access.
Welcome, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world. I welcome you once again to this amazing platform where we bring you information that has to do with the United States of Biafra. Information coming from the right source. In this platform, we promote and support the restoration fully and recognition of the United States of Biafra under our Prime Minister, Mazi Ekpa, and of the Supreme Commander of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, the Deputy Prime Minister. Wherever you are and you're watching this program, I welcome you. Please like and share to all platforms. In this program, we will be continue to show you information that are coming from all angles, more especially things that has to do with the Biafran territory, regardless where it is, whether in the east, in the west, in the north, in the south. We bring it before you so that you can digest it and have a rethink and know where you stand. The only thing that can guarantee our freedom in that contraption called Nigeria is Biafra. It is either Biafra or nothing. And wherever you are, continue to support the United States of Biafra. That is the only way to go. That is the only way you can have good economy and have security. Regardless what you see today, do not get distracted. Do not get bemoved. Continue to stand your ground, to demand for self-determination because it is your right. Do not allow anyone to take away the right to self-determination, the right to self-defense, and the right to life from you. Kindly watch this video for more wisdom. Let's watch.
We face many things, we no fall. Them took Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still dey strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land.
Thank you so much, Dr. Agi. Again, I welcome all Biafrans to today's fundraising. I want to use this opportunity to recognize our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We all watched the court proceedings yesterday in the Nigeria court, where our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, has been held for almost 5 years right now for nothing, for doing nothing. He's being held by the Nigeria state. All of us are already aware nothing good will come out of the Nigerian state. Because of our leader, Onyendu, we do what we do today. And because of him and our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, Biafra is a sovereign nation today. All glory goes to both of them for the role they played to ensure that Biafra is a free nation. And there are other leaders, so many of them, so many Biafrans, warriors that have played a role privately or publicly to ensure that our independence was restored on November 29th, 2024 in Lahti, Finland. Today, United States of Biafra is a free nation. We will continue to defend our land. Nobody is going to do that for us. Currently, the Nigerian state is occupying a foreign land. Even after all the notifications to the Nigerian state that the United States of Biafra has declared their independence on November 29. We declared we were a country before 1967 to 1970. We redeclared our nation November 29, 2024. That information has been passed on to the Nigerian state, headed by President Tinubu and Defense Chief Christopher Musa. We have peacefully informed them that the United States of Biafra is at this point a sovereign state. They must withdraw every Nigerian entity in the United States of Biafra territory. They must do that. There is no reason why any element of Nigerian state will still be existing in the United States of Biafra territory at this point. Because we've met all the criteria for an independent nation. We are an independent nation. We conducted a self-referendum where over 50 million Biafrans have voted to exit Nigeria, both online and physically in the 40 states of the United States of Biafra. We have a mapped out geographical area with ethnic and cultural orientation that are peculiar to our people. We are building our allies, both those that recognized Biafra as a nation between 1967 and 1960 and never decided on that. They are our allies. All of them have been informed of the redeclaration of the United States of Biafra, and they are fully in support of this new beautiful nation of ours. I want to use this opportunity to thank Onyendu and let him be resilient. Do not be moved. Do not be moved. What the Nigerian terrorist state do to you, they can do to any of us. Do not be moved. They have no case against Nnamdi Kanu. They have no case against Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. To start with, the Nigerian state colluded with Kenya and renditioned a British citizen, Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya and dumped him in Nigeria, blindfolded him, beat him up, moved him into Nigeria. That is a terrorist act. And Nigeria is trying to try Nnamdi Kanu for terrorism, inciting the people. How can a terrorist state try our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu of terrorism? Why? We are the one that kidnapped him from Kenya, renditioned him to Nigeria. What terrorist act is bigger than that? So, as of today, Nigeria has no local standing to try Nnamdi Kanu for anything because they kidnapped him from Kenya. That is an act of terrorism. It is a law, not just by Nigeria, by all international standards. Nigeria does not stand, does not have the power to try Nnamdi Kanu. So they've broken all international laws. Nigeria does not respect any international law of which they signed. They signed to be part of. All these charters, Nigeria put their signature here, but they've broken those laws. Nigeria should be expelled from all United Nations, African Union, ECOWAS unions, because they do not respect the treaties they signed with these bodies. About three courts in Nigeria have tried the case between Nnamdi Kanu and the Nigerian state. And Nnamdi Kanu won in those three courts. And the courts have told the Nigerian state to release Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him. Till today, Nigeria has not done that. They are still holding him because they do not want the United States of Biafra to be a free nation. Thank God today we are a free nation. The United Nations set up a committee to look into the case of Nnamdi Kanu and the Nigerian state after Nigeria moved Nnamdi Kanu to Kenya, moved Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya to Nigeria. The United Nations Committee on Extraordinary Rendition told Nigeria to release Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him. United Nations, did Nigeria do that? No, because Nigeria is a lawless state that does not respect. They do not respect the rule of law. They do not respect the treaties they signed with the United Nations. United Nations, I'm calling on you to expel Nigeria from being a member of the United Nations, because they have flouted this order that you gave to them to release Nnamdi Kanu and compensate him. Nigeria has refused to do that. So United Nations, I'm asking you today, what action have you taken against the Nigerian state to ensure that we, the new nation, like United States of Biafra, we have confidence in you. We can obey the rules that you set up. So we are waiting for you to take that action against the Nigerian state, for you to earn your integrity in the world, for other countries in the world to trust you, for other countries in the world to look up to you as a nation that not just bark, but bites. We are waiting for you to do that. Because Nigeria have refused your recommendations and your order for them to release Nnamdi Kanu. They are trying him today. Yesterday, Friday, he was in Nigerian court, despite the order from you, the United Nations. You need to call Tinubu and Christopher Musa to order as quickly as possible for the world to continue to respect you, United Nations. I also want to use this opportunity to recognize our Prime Minister, His Excellency Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, who is still being questioned by Finland as we speak for almost 5 months, restricted by Finland as we speak, because Finland colluded with Nigeria to start questioning our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, for incitement, terrorism, whatever they call it, that the Nigeria bribery state, the Nigerian terrorist state, reported to Finland. And then Finland, our Prime Minister reported the abuses, the human rights abuses of the Nigerian state to you, Finland. So Finland, you are going to meet Biafrans in the European Union Human Rights Court, because those human rights abuses reported to you by our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa, you, Finland, you're supposed to report it to the European Union Human Rights Commission. Did you do that? Finland, did you do that? Did you make that report? All the abuses, all the killings, all the extraordinary removal, all the forceful removal of innocent Biafrans from their homes, from their communities, and they end up being dead, harvesting their organ. Simon Ekpa reported that to you, Finland. What did you do? What did you do with those information? Did you keep it to yourselves? Did you hide it? Then when the Nigeria state, Christopher Musa, came to report to you that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist, you jumped you clamped him down. You took him away, and you are questioning him in seclusion for almost 5 months in deplorable condition. You isolated him. So where is the justice in the world? Finland, you did not report those human rights abuses, and you signed a charter, you signed a treaty to make the world a better place, to report those human rights abuses. The ones that Simon Ekpa reported to you, Finland, why didn't you report it to the European Union Human Rights Commission? You will answer to that. So we thank you, our Prime Minister, Obatovia Simon Ekpa, for being resolute. Stand your ground. Nothing will happen. United States of Biafra is already here. And at the right time, we will take the right steps to ensure that Finland have no other choice. They can't have a choice than to let you go immediately. And it's coming to that point. The same thing with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It will happen. Because some of you, the language you understand is force. The charters most of you signed to make the world a better place, you are abusing them. And we will stop you from abusing them. Finland and Nigeria and Kenya. Any country at all that tries to make the world a terrorist state like Nigeria. I thank all the cabinet members present here, all the secretaries that are working round the clock behind the scene to ensure that the United States of Biafra protect their land and start serving our people in our as quickly as possible.
What is my view or the coalition's view on a better framing? In simple terms, Steve and Kachi, it is one that does not include ethnicity. It is also one that does not include religion. So just the same way, for instance, and I think I wouldn't be wrong here, kidnap or the harvesting of organs is more common, that crime is more common in the Southwest, but nobody calls it Yoruba crime. Oil theft is more common in the Niger Delta, but nobody calls it an Ijo or whatever crime. And then there are several other examples I would give that are more common with certain specific parts of the country. But nobody associates them with ethnicity. And so the framing should be one that does not have ethnicity in it. It should be one that does not have a religion in it. I can't give you an answer at the moment. I did have some ideas and suggestions, but also those ideas and suggestions have been criticized because they included a profession like herders. But one that comes to my mind perhaps is militias. There is no ethnic group in Nigeria at the moment that does not have one or the other form of militia. Steve, I did a research in a part of the South. I wouldn't want to mention where, but I got to find out that communities were collecting levies. They were asked, any member of that community was asked to pay levies. Weapons were being bought by that community. And then, of course, the monies that were collected were used to influence security officials whenever there is an inter-community conflict. It's a conflict over land in a certain part of the South. And so the two communities now started collecting money, and they have militias that any time there is that conflict, the militias will bring out their weapons, and before you know it, there will be the type of atrocities that we've seen. So perhaps maybe a militia associated with the herder, but then some are not comfortable with the fact that the term herder is being used, because of course that's a profession, and that profession is not specific or unique to a particular ethnic group. And that is why I think there is a need to bring in experts from across the West African subcontinent, from across perhaps even places like Brazil, Australia, that have had a history of pastoralism, so that we hear from them how did they frame their own and what framing supported peace building. Because I think that is the objective, Steve. We must find a framing that is not isolative, that is not abusive, that does not encourage stigmatization, and that at the same time does not encourage the generalization that may lead, and I say this with all sense of responsibility, to genocide. If you blacklist an entire population of 30 million, we may see instances where innocent persons, and in fact we've seen it in the past. There are instances in Benue State. I remember a particular Fulani group that was traveling from Taraba through Benue. They were killed. In fact, they were incinerated inside their vehicle. Then in Zamfara State, there are several instances where women, Fulani women who come to market, will be targeted, killed, raped, and things that I don't even want to stay on air done to them. Then you remember the case in Plateau State where a certain bus that was traveling, I think, from either Gombe or Bauchi State, that there were just Fulanis inside, was stopped, and every person in that vehicle was killed. So there have been instances of specific targeting because of ethnic identity, and it was based on this hatred that the use of that term has emerged. So that's number one. We as yet don't have a solution.
Thank you so much for watching the program. I appreciate you for your patience to watch from beginning to end. I hope you have learned a lot from this very program that I just played, this video. Please like and share the video. Share to all platforms. After sharing the video, now you can go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever suggestions, contributions you have to make, what do you think about the video I just played? Go to the comment section and put your comment. I will go to the comment section, and I bet you I am learning a lot from there, and you can equally learn from there. Let us share our experience on that comment section. Thank you so much, and stay blessed. Don't forget to share, and we continue to bless you as you share. Biafran government, peace, progress, unity, and equity. We move.